Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom. I do believe time has come for the world to have impeccable wisdom of divine mathematics, divine physics, divine chemistry, divine biology, and divine subjects of the one which make the perfect human being in tune with the perfect universal consciousness. I do believe people do not believe there is a perfection, but I do know there is a perfection that is what I have been seeking since my childhood. As a result, I have found Divyank as a result of it in 2015. 60 years of hard research within myself to feel one with the universal consciousness has given me Devyank, the divine design of nature. In the light of Devyank and all my experiences within my body, and then through my body, through my soul consciousness, understand all the divine consciousness within me and outside. I have come to a conclusion that there is a perfection and we should have that perfection in our education throughout the world for everybody. Then only we can unite the people. It is not the religions which can make. It is not the philosophies which can make. It is not sectarian world which can make. It is only impeccable wisdom in the light of divine mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology can bring uniformity, a universal peace throughout the world. In that series are my videos all through. All are linked from Deviant down. Now I'm talking about 7 days of the week. We all know throughout the world we have the same 7 days, whether the West or East, India, China, and there is no differences on these 7 days. It is internationally accepted, proven. But do we find any identical model on which these 7 days are based? Because I do know, unless until we understand the concept thoroughly, we'll never be able to understand science as well as living consciousness as such. Look at this picture very carefully. You can see the sun in the center. Then you see hexagonal shape, which is a Vayu or benzene ring. And then you can see six planets around. I do not call planets, they are heavenly bodies, which I call it. Let us be little precise in our expression too. What are the 7 days of the week which are uniform throughout, starting from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday? These 7 days, what are they associated with? What is the common factor between these 7 days which is there in Akhand Bharat, India? Ravivar, Somvar, Mangalvar, Budhvar, Guruvar, Shukrvar और शनिवार वो 7 दिन and 7 English days are identical. There should be something identical in all the 7 aspects throughout the world. Let us discuss about that nature for the benefit of uniting humanity in the name of impeccable wisdom. Any wisdom which cannot be found fault at all, we should look for that, and that's why I call Akhand Vidyashram is the first institute of impeccable wisdom. It was first website was found in 2018. Divyank was found in 2015, and now I am answering questions in Quora. And my website is only to bring forth the perfection which the world needs in education throughout the world uniformly. Let's take the same picture in the large one. Now in there you can see Sunday, sun in the middle. Right on top you have Monday, which is moon. Left upper you have Tuesday, which is with Mars. Then right side Wednesday with Mercury. Thursday with Jupiter. Friday with Venus. Saturday with Saturn. Now you have Sun, you have Moon, you have Mars, you have Mercury, you have Jupiter, you have Venus, you have Saturn. And the names are closely related in the same concept. So these are the 7 heavenly bodies, 7 heavens with the 7 days. And that's why everywhere we find 777 standing out, because that is a divine number which designed the entire universe by nature. If you look at Earth, is made of 7 parts, Atal to Padat. Antariksha, atmosphere, is also made of 7 parts, and there are 7 heavens. Together they are 21 in the solar system. To go beyond to 22 level, that is the kind of consciousness we have at Nakhand Yoga, which is the first basic step of involution to evolution to revolution to evolution once again. And once we do that, then you will find whether we come from top down, down, up. It is the same story. Involution and evolution is identical. Only the question is 22 down is involution, 22 up is evolution. From that angle, now let's move on to see the beauty of these things little more in a related expression. Now, I'm going to show you, this is the Navagraha, 9 planet pictures which see in India in the temples. This is one artistic approach which I have already spoken about earlier. I'm repeating it to bring the 7 days as such. Right on top, you have sun. That means the first day is Sunday. Second one is the moon. It is a Monday. You can see ascending, descending moon as such. Third is a Mangal, Tuesday, Mars. Then you have Wednesday, it is Mercury. Then you have Guruvar, it is Jupiter. Then you have Shukravar or Friday, which is Venus. Seventh is Saturn. Then you have Rahu and Ketu. Let's not talk of Rahu and Ketu as such much, but I would still like to talk. These two also have an indication of something which is there in our solar system. When I talk of Rahu, it is the Earth, where Earth is not found in Navagraha, but is replaced by name Rahu. Then you come to the Ketu, it is asteroid belt, which is not found, but that is the body which is there. So in the process, let's start with a new concept to see it very complete, 9 instead of 7. Let's start with the center. It is the sun, which is the first one. After the sun, first heavenly planet, a Swarg, is Mercury. This is followed by Venus. This is followed by Earth, and Earth is closely associated with Moon. Then come to the Mars, then come to the asteroid belt, then come to the Jupiter, then come to Saturn. So these are actually 9 parts which are very clear. Instead of adding Earth and asteroid belt into 7 days, they have added this to show they are also part of the solar system, which no one in the world can deny. Now I have brought a new picture little more clearly. How you look at the ancient Indian symbols are graphic presentations of temples by and large in a very scientific approach. They had a pattern. This is an artistic approach for me to explain those 9 things. Now I am going to tell you 12 zodiac signs and 12 rashis also center around these 7 only. Now must be wondering, there are 12, but there are only 7. That was 9, 7 plus 2. But here is a 12, but it is 7 only. Like Mesh or Aries, Mars, which is a male concept. Then you have Venus, which is a female concept. Then you have a Mercury, which is a neutral or hermaphrodite. Then you have Moon, which is associated with the mind, ascending and descending. Then you have Sun, which is the source. When you come to the Virgo, which is the Mercury, again hermaphrodite or neutral. Libra is a Venus, which is female. Then Scorpio is a male. So now on top you have 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 plus 3, 8 are over. Now come to the question of coming Sagittarius, which is the Jupiter, which is of intelligence. That symbol you can see. Then Capricorn, it is Saturn, which is science beyond to impeccable wisdom or absolute wisdom as such. Aquarius is again absolute wisdom. When Pisces you come to Jupiter again. So you see there only those 7 names which are said are there, out of which 2 have single, others have 2. 5 into 2 is 10, plus moon plus sun are making it 12. Very interesting. That shows how our scientists were very, and there is uniformity of the West and India again. Zodiac sign is a Western concept and Indian 12 Rashi is an Indian concept. But there is a uniformity again. And the uniformity is again 7 heavenly bodies, Swargloka. Now there comes the question of this particular picture. Also you can see you have sun in the middle. There is no doubt. But you can see Leo along with sun in this particular picture. Leo, Sagittarius or Simha is with sun only. That's the reason I say sun is a power. That is the goddess Durga is on a line. That's the power. Is the king of the forest is used here as a name. And whether it is the West, Leo, or India, Simha, is again a uniformity. How did they come to have the uniform? I will not go into that. Let's keep separate but still see the same similarity. On top of sun, you have a moon. But moon you have a Cancer. Because the fluctuant nature of the moon, this and that, produces cancer, which is a deadly disease. So 1 plus 1, these 2 are very clearly in the center. Now come to the left side. You have Mars, which is with Aries and Scorpio. My zodiac is Aries, so I'm a male dominant personality. And Scorpio also has the same personality. When you go to the right side, you have Venus, which is a female. So Libra and Taurus are typical female's consciousness. I'm a Aries, I'm a male dominated. If somebody is a Taurus and Libra, should be female dominated. But if you are Sun, you are super intelligent. If you are Moon, you have the mind in it. Now come to the fifth level. Jupiter is on the left side. You have Sagittarius and Pisces. These 2 things are connected with intelligence, and Jupiter means intelligence. There is no doubt. So if I look at from zodiac angle, or if I look at from Hindu angle, I am Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi. That means I am a male dominant, I am intelligent male dominant personality by myself. Aries from Western, from date of birth, and Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi from my birth Rashis. Very, and both show me very well that I am a male dominated intelligent person who likes to sit in a driving seat. I'm like an autocrat dictator, and that's my personality. That I'm a wide large core human being of the highest order, because both Aries and Sagittarius are supporting me completely as such. But if you go to other side, Saturn, you have Capricorn and Aquarius, and these 2 are the ones which take you to even beyond to the absolute wisdom. And the female who is pure, whether Libra, Taurus, Aquarius or Capricorn, if the pure consciousness, females alone, female dominant, they will be into absolute wisdom. That's what I make it very clear. According to Devyank, the male Shakta component is only 38.1966%. When come to the Shakti component, I take 61.803, because basically females by and large are much more intelligent and much more aware of the impeccable wisdom within themselves. They know absolute wisdom completely. And that is what, ever since my childhood till today, for me, my mother, my sister, my relatives, my classmates, entire female consciousness is the one who has taught me the real beauty of absolute wisdom. I have learned from them. Basically, they belong there. So anyone in the 4 persons who are connected with Venus and Saturn would have absolute wisdom. It is up to the male to respect, regard, and love them and learn from them. They are the best teachers as far as I am concerned. And I say, whatever I learned only from intelligent, enlightened, absolute wisdom are females alone. Now you have brought very clearly. You have the mind on top, you have the source on one side. I have the male one side, female one side. Right at the bottom, you have come to a mercury level. That is the one which is neutral in nature, or hermaphrodite, or neutral, is neither male nor female. So they are the one who have both the qualities of males and females. But if the males and females have the intelligence at the same time, connected with source, and that they can be equally very powerful. But then they have to be educated. So here comes the question. If you are educated female, you are super fine. You are educated perfect male, you are super fine. But if you are not, then you could be Mercury, and that could be like a Jivan and Virgo. And that's the reason this is Kanya or Virgo are the females before they start menstruating. And they have the qualities of both males and females. They are in that. But before menstruation happens, they have very neutral qualities. Males start much earlier, whereas females during that stage have more or less like a non-aligned thing. I'll not go into detail. Now you have seen hidden days in this particular thing: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as such. Now we'll go to the next stage. Now we are starting with the sun, which is the center, which is Surya Aditya. And I say very clearly, seven horses of presiding sun god represents 7 days, seven colors. Everything around 777 is found in this particular picture alone. And I make it very clear. Anyone who understands 7 can only start the mathematics thereafter. That's the reason when I say 1 divided by 7 is equivalent to 0.142857 only. Here I'm making it very clear. It is not the infinite number of digits which modern mathematicians are giving, which is defective. If it is 1 by 7, it is only 142,857, only 6 digits only. And that is what is required. Same thing when I say pi. Infinite digit is defective. It should be 3.142857 only, 22 by 7. Similarly, golden ratio 1.618034 is right. 1.8 is deficient. 1.803397 infinite number, both are defects. So we are rectifying with a number which has absolute wisdom. That is what Akhandata is all about. And once we understand that, we can go on to the mathematics thing, apply that in physics, chemistry, and medical sciences, and bring impeccable wisdom, which no one, even today, everybody talking about artificial intelligence, chat GPT, and open AG, AI, etc. All kiosks are created by artificial intelligence. I can tell you from my experience, artificial intelligence, I've gone on record and again, ever since it's trying to mislead the world as such. No artificial intelligence can't answer even one single question of mine, like what is the divine design of nature? Cannot, artificial intelligence can never find. What is the perfect divine design of female menstrual cycle? Artificial intelligence cannot. Chat GPT cannot. But Devian can get. Shivbhushan Sharma can give it. Because it's a educated, perfectly educated, enlightened human being is in tune with universal consciousness. He knows everything, which no artificial intelligence, no equipment created by defective man-made designs can ever be perfect, come what may be. Let artificial intelligence not mislead the world and create a problem which human beings can do much better. What are we trying to follow in the ad of chat GPT? Our artificial intelligence is all defective, like man-made mathematics, man-made physics, man-made chemistry, man-made biology, and as a single person, I'm telling the whole thing. We need to get out of this chakra view and come to the impeccable wisdom which Akhand Vidyashram is talking about. It's a time for people to wake up. Mugging is not required. Parrots are not required. Copying is not required. We are in research copying the old defects, replacing with something which is equally defective. Somebody will go and find fault. Even great scientist Einstein, 100 years later, was found to be defective, even for which he had got a Nobel Prize. And new people get three Nobel. So, what is the importance of that kind of science, that kind of artificial intelligence, which cannot even solve single question in the world? And from that, I've come to this particular stage. If you want, it's 1 by 7, which is absolute, and that should be 1, 4, 2, 8, 5. I have shown that through the symbol of Vigyan Chakra, which I made 1997. 27 years ago or 28 years ago. The journey started from that itself, from 1997 till today. I'm only talking of something which is universal, which is I am supported by my Antaratma. Kundalini you call it, Antaratma you call it, Aditi you call it, Gayatri you call it, Adi Prashakti you call it, or universal consciousness you call it. With the help of that, they have given me much better answers than anything else, and that is the reason I am able to produce 8 hertz alpha frequency throughout the brain with eyes open, which no one in the world has ever done that. Say all the contributions of Shibushin Sharma by and large at every level questions man-made mathematics, physics, chemistry, and of course all the equipments. You are good but not perfect. Perfection is there in Divyank and the work, and it's a time us to move on to the next stage. That's the reason I'm making also things show those aspects of solar system are the symbols which India has made, including what West has made. And I make it clear, if you look at my last symbol, it's the best of the West and the East both together. I'm trying to bring both together, East and West, and say together we can change the world with perfect education, perfect enlightenment, another thing. I have nothing against anyone. We are there for the universal consciousness, uniform for every student, every researcher, every author in the world. So the division is completely eliminated, and we can make everybody perfect in tune with universal consciousness. That is what Akhand Vidyashram process is all about. Now come to the question of same picture. Now we are starting with sun. Right in the sun you can see Sunday, sun, and it's the presiding source. That means all the information, all the wisdom which the world needs comes from sun. And when I say sun, I say Surya, I call Aditya. And I associate with that as first atom in the periodic table, which is hydrogen. Hydrogen is produced here, and from hydrogen to mixing, fusion of hydrogen leads to helium-4, which is my Antaratma, he Aditi. And that is the wisdom which is given in Rig Veda as Daksha, who is a king, and I mean son. Aditi is the mother of Daksha as well as daughter of that. That beauty is there in Rig Veda. Same beauty is there in Upanishad. At Aditi is the mother and daughter of Aditya is beautiful as shown, which modern science shown as a proton-proton nuclear reaction within the sun, core of the sun at 6000 degree temperature, where hydrogen is converted into helium and helium becomes our Antaratma as a result of Aditi or helium-4. I am able to see the entire universe, and that is what human beings have within ourselves. That soul consciousness can also show us Nirankar, Nirgun, Brahman, the formless, ultimate, universal consciousness which is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipresent, can be known only in someone who is connected with Aditi within, and then entire universe as such. So now you can understand why Sunday is the most important day in every way. That's the first day. And I'm sure it's leading towards something much bigger. Now come to the second stage. You have Monday, moon, and I say Monday is a mind fluctuating, fleeting, flirting mind. And mind is the root cause of all the problems. All the deficiencies of the human consciousness only because of mind. And that is what yoga is talking about. Yoga says, Chitta Vritti Nirodh is yogas. Stop the fluctuation of the mind, you are a yogi. If you want to be in tune, you have to stop the fluctuating nature of moon, which is affecting us, which is emotions, which is passing through the stage from no moon to full moon. Those 14 days are ascending, 40 days are descending, goes through the emotional things, and that is the reason is roots the problem. So mind, manas, is that thing which gives you all the experiences. But then you got to control it to go to Surya level as such. So sun, earth and moon are the two combination which I call it Ida, Pingla and Sushmana Nadi are the combination which I'm going to talk later as a 108 concept. So two are over. Now we come to the third part is Tuesday or Mangal. It is considered Mars. It is a male dominant. I have made it very clear. Same rashis which are connected with male. As I told Aries and Sagittarius in my case, I'm a male dominant intelligent person. Okay. So from that point it's very clear. If you go to the next is a Wednesday, which is fourth, is with Mercury, which is a neutral, you are called hermaphrodite, or you can call the thing which are fluctuating natures, which could be this way or that way. Both Mercury has that particular quality as such as neutral part. Now come to the question of Thursday. Is it Jupiter, which I call Vigyan, which give you the scientific aspects. And this is what Sagittarius is all about. Is again, which is my Dhanu Rashi. So male dominated, intelligent male, that is Shibhushan Sharma, because there is Aries as far as zodiac is concerned, and Dhanu Rashi as Sagittarius as well Indian concept. I am a different combination of these two. Both the combination put me into the male dominant core. So as a result, I'm the one who sits as a dictator, drive things by myself. I'm unaffected by that, but my focus will be only on male concepts only. That means I'm the head of the family. I earn money. I do everything for everybody. I'm like a Surya giving, giving, give and forget. So that becomes very, very clear. So I think we can understand astrology from that angle. It will be very interesting for astrologer to talk in this kind of language to show what could be. If that is a strength, based on that strength, he can build. Then he can learn other things from other people and bring to 100%. If you are male dominant only, have no respect for females, you are not learning from them the real absolute wisdom, the quality of the highest level, the power. You will not know 61%, you will remain as one third alone. But if you respect them, learn from them, get married, have good association, or have your good student associates, which are totally on intellectual level. I make one thing very clear. It should be all because they're intelligent people. Bring the intelligence out of that. All my students who are very average student before meeting, after meeting, they become the best outstanding at 100%, and that is what I've seen. They have the quality, provided you really give them the support, give them the freedom. They will come and teach you something much better than anybody else. That is the next stage which I'm talking about is a Venus female as such and Friday. So upper right side is a female, left side is a male, center is a core, other is a fluctuating. Now we'll go to the next one, which is the seventh level, which is Saturn, which is impeccable wisdom. Impeccable wisdom is very absolute wisdom is more close to females. And I make one thing very clear. Females have the wisdom born with them. If there is a gyan, which is ignorance, to gyan, philosophy, to vigyan, science, to pragyan is what Saturn is all, is giving you absolute wisdom. And that is more into females, more intelligence to females. This is what every male has to learn from females. Give them respect. They are the only one who can give birth to the next generation. They are the best teachers in the world. Once we are able to understand that, give them the respect, give them the money, give them the power at home, and make them intelligent. That house is going to be very, very intelligent. and that's it. And that should be the thought of everyone. So I'm not in favor of women by and large going and working. Basically, because the mothers at home, they have the family to teach, give them good food, take care, everything. But in case they do want to give, they all can have something, not at the expense of home. You could be a teacher, you could be a doctor, you could be any of the profession. But make sure your center is at home. And then next generation would be perfectly fine. If the mothers are not connected with children, connected with the family, that house is not going to be as perfect as required. So now psychology or astrology, astronomy is coming together, the basic nature which I'm talking about. Now the question of Rahu. I brought that in the beginning. It's public opinion, it's polarity of the moon. When I think of polarity of moon, I can associate with only earth element, because planet, moon, our heavenly body moon and earth are the contemporary parts. So Rahu is earth as such, and it is head mean that, and I've already explained that. I'm not going into details of that. When come to the Ketu, it is asteroid belt, which is the skein of space, which I told you in the beginning. Again, once we understand that, we can move on to the much higher levels of universal consciousness as such. Now, this is the same picture once again. Now you understand how wiser you feel now. You have the detailed information, beautiful description of Navagraha, our 9 planets, Western and Indian, give you the impeccable wisdom. Then that is what will make you intelligent, and this is what artists and scientists are supposed to give in a very precise, concise, descriptive way. Now, Chakravyuh, I have seen Navagraha, you can see very well, same 9 planets inside in this picture, you can see very, very clearly, exactly the way it is that picture. It is not a coincidence, it is a divine plan, and that's it. And finally, this is a picture, as I told you, West and East are again merging here. If you see the picture of medical thing which is done by the West, Greeks, Mercury's stuff, or whatever it is, you can see the medical symbol there. But same symbol is with the Tantra, Ida, Pingla and Sushmana Nadi, and concept of Satchakra Nirupana on the Indian side, Tantra Vidya on the Indian side, and medical science on the other side, with a little improvisation of 10 chakras I'm talking about. I'm not talking of 7. Whereas the West, if you look at the 2 snakes, right up to that only 7 parts. But totally I put 10. That we have already discussed. We will discuss more in detail when we move on. I think that's enough for the time being. Thank you very much. And I think it's been enlightening for me to share my experiences and make the world. We should go beyond artificial intelligence, go beyond all the books, give them the new impeccable wisdom of Akhandata, so the world is totally informed with the wisdom which nobody can find fault with it. This is a beginning by me, and I expect everyone to start looking at the knowledge step by step to recreate from A to Z with perfection at every level. And 7 is one I'm going to talk for next different aspects of 7, so that we are clear there's a divine number, occult number is 7, and that's it. So thank you very much.